What'd you have here today?
So at 10:30 this morning, Contra Costa Fire received 911 calls about a plane crash just outside of the airport. Crews responded for an off-airport rescue involving the airport rescue crews as well. We found one plane down at the intersection behind us. The plane was confirmed to have one occupant and one fatality.
Upon arrival, how did you assess it? What did you see, and what were your things jumping to action?
So there's all sorts of things that run through their mind when they get here, figuring what caused the crash, what's been damaged because of the crash, and then of course the patient care concerns. This one seemed to involve just the single airplane. Doesn't appear to involve any vehicles around it, although we're still finishing that investigation. No power lines seem to be involved, so the patient was addressed immediately and found to be deceased.
Had the occupant of the plane given any sort of radio call of a potential mayday or been communication with the nearby airport?
I'm not privy to what the communications were between the airport and them. We do know that the crash occurred shortly after takeoff.
This appears to be a kit plane. Any sign of malfunction on the plane?
Nothing that we know. It's out of our realm. The plane is pretty heavily damaged. The NTSB and the FAA are going to be launching their own investigations with Concord police. That'll be involved in that, but for our input, we don't have anything about that.
We just joined live on KCBS for our audience. Can you just tell us at the top what happened about an hour and a half ago?
Yeah, at about 10:30, Contra Costa Fire received 911 calls, multiple 911 calls, reported as a plane that fell out of the sky. And you can see right behind us, it's the first intersection after the airport. And a single occupant, small private plane crashed with one fatality.
And this happened right after takeoff? So.
Correct. It had just taken off from the airport. I've heard conflicting reports that it was doing touch and goes or had taken off several times already. I don't know, but this time it had just taken off, and it took what was reported to us as an abrupt nosedive.
Did it just go right into the ground, or did it hit any other obstacles?
As far as we can tell, it didn't hit anything else, but the investigation's ongoing.
What are the efforts in terms of road closures right now, trying to get the plane maybe out of there? How long do you envision this intersection?
So a couple of complications there are an aircraft involved, which is unusual, and then a fatality. So the NTSB and the FAA have protocols that they're going to follow in conjunction with Concord PD. I would expect the intersection to be closed for several hours.
For those that can't really see or understand, can you describe the debris field and what you see?
So it's single engine, small aircraft, two-seater, I believe. Not a large debris field, so it's the area around it is cordoned off, probably 30 or 40 feet in each direction. So not a huge debris field. Luckily, it didn't seem to skid. It seemed like it came down straight, limiting the spread of the debris field.